Hey guys, Zeke here, back with another episode, and today we're talking about filters for your camera. And so we're going to be talking around the PolarPro Quartzline. They sent me a handful of filters to test out, so let's go and get that intro ran, and then we're going to go and get these guys unboxed, and we're going to go actually do a little testing with them as well. So let's go and get that going. Here we go. Alright guys, so as I said, PolarPro sent me a handful of different filters to be using and testing out today for you guys. So we have all 82mm threaded filters for your camera, but they also sent me a couple different step rings. And so I have the 67 to 82 and also the 77 to 82. So most of my lenses actually are 82mm barrels, and so when you're talking about the 82, that is the actual thread size of the barrel for your camera. So like I have a 16 to 35 f2.8. This is the 70 to 200 f2.8, also G Master. This is actually a 77mm barrel. And then I have a handful of Canon lenses. So I have a 16 to 35. I also have the 24 to 70 on the 5D right here, also 82mm. But like I said, I do have some smaller lenses that don't require such a big filter. And so that's where step rings come into play. So this is actually a great tip if you're ever looking to buy filters. In my opinion, go big. Get like an 82mm filter, so you're kind of future-proofing yourself. You don't have to buy an 82mm ND filter. You're not gonna have to buy the 77 and a 62 and a 55 and have all these different filters going around. I can get away with having a handful of filters, and then I use step rings, and these are relatively cheap. These are like less than 20 bucks, maybe less than 30 bucks. You can get a couple different brands. You don't have to buy PolarPros. They sent me these to use. So let's get everything unboxed and kind of check on quality. And my guess is the quality is gonna be great. PolarPro has really stepped up their game. Am I saying that because they gave me this stuff? No, I'm saying this because I believe in the product. That's why I use it. And yeah, it's really that simple. I have never seen a failure with any of the filters that I've ever used. I use them on my Mavic. I have been using them on my Osmo Pocket, and now we're gonna get to test them out on my camera. So let's go and get it unboxed. Let's see what we're working with here. And then we're gonna go on the roof and we're gonna do some test shots with them. What do you say? So you might be asking yourself, why do you need filters? How the hell do I open this thing? Filters are like sunglasses. And that's like really the simplest way I can put it. It really just protects the sensor from the light and the glare, and then enables you to really get unique shots and not have so much glare on the lens. A couple other things that it's going to enable you to do is slow down your shutter speed by a couple different stops, and then be able to really get that cinematic kind of look and feel. One of the things that I like to do, and when I'm taking photography, is I live on the lake, and so a lot of my shots will include water. So I want to have either the circle polarizer or just like another normal polarized filter on there. That's going to help cut down on some of the glare that you will see in your photos. And so let's get this one unboxed. This is the Nd8 Holy cow. So out of the gate, looks like we have some documentation from them, and this is discussed in their app, which I think is phenomenal. We have a cleaning cloth that actually is printed with like a stream, and it looks like it's like some long exposure stream, and Capture Perfection, that's one of their tags that they like to use. And then we have a nice little case, and it's actually labeled Nd8 Polarized, which is pretty cool. Nice Velcro, and just nice solid build. And then the filter is in this nice little case here. So I like that, nice little protection. And there it is. Wow, what a great looking build quality. So first impressions right out of this, I like the texture on the rings here. One problem that I've seen myself is it's really hard sometimes to get your filters off. And this texture is gonna make it a lot easier to get off. Wow, that is dark. I can't even see through that. It's an Nd8 so this is a 10-stop filter. I have heard, I've actually never used such a crazy filter like this, but I heard you could actually do long exposure and get light streaks during the day. But this one I'm probably going to be doing some like mid-afternoon long exposure of some waterfalls when I go up to Zion. So we'll get the rest of these opened up. My guess is the rest of these are gonna really be the same. Yep. So we have another cleaning cloth, same type of feel, but it's actually a different photo, and so that's really cool. Another long exposure of a waterfall, and so that's what these filters will help you do. They'll help you kind of slow down and get longer exposures and enable more light to hit that sensor on your camera. And what's really cool is their app will actually help direct you on what settings you can get away with and how far you can push it based on what filter you're using. So this is the Nd8 Polarized. Again, same type of look and feel. I'm really liking this texture. Yeah, that's a really, really nice looking filter. And then, okay. So we opened up all 3 filters, and we got another cleaning cloth here, and this is the same one that we saw in the ND1000. So a couple different variants there. We got some PolarPro stickers, which is cool, thank you. Advertising for the app, which I already used, thank you. And this is the circular polarized. So what's unique about this one is you will actually twist this one when it's on your camera, and it's gonna help you. See, there's like an extra ring there, and you can kind of cut the glare down and help cut through different lighting elements that are maybe coming off the lake or different like flares that you're seeing. So once you get this on, you're able to twist it. But again, there's perforated edges on both of these rings, which is really, really nice, because once you get it on there, you might just find yourself spinning it forever. So great job there, guys. Digging that. So let's go ahead and grab a couple of these. Let's go up to the roof. Oh, we need to open up these step rings as well. We'll get these unboxed in a second. Oh, here. Let's do it now. Just joking, guys. You know, I will say, PolarPro, you guys have done really, really stepped up your packaging game. You know, back in the day, it used to just feel like it was just like a white box, and now I kind of feel like I'm opening up like a fine watch, almost like an Apple product. So here's the step ring. This is 67 to 82. So I'll be using this specific step ring on actually on the camera that I'm shooting with right now, which is the A6500, and I have a 16 mil Sigma lens, which is a 67 millimeter. So I'll be able to thread this onto the front of that Sigma and then thread on the polarized filter. And it also comes with like a little case, it looks like, as well. Perfect. So I'll have a little case to put my step ring in. And so we don't need to unbox the other one because I don't have a camera. Well, actually, I could use the Canon, but my big Sony is on loan out right now. Mr. Mark Donahue is using that on his trip in Thailand. So let's go up to the roof and kind of see how these guys perform up there. Here we go. All right, guys, so here we are. We're outside. We're up on the roof right now. It's a really nice sunny day. We actually are pretty lucky. We have some cloud cover up in the sky, but we still have water behind us, and this is where your filters would come into play. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna put on the step ring, which is the 67 to 82, and then we're gonna test out the Nd8 Polarized filter. So let's go ahead and put this on real fast, and we'll be back here in a second. So we'll record this with the iPhone. So I have the step ring here, just to show exactly how easy it is to put this on. And sorry for the wind, but one-handed, boom, that's it. So with one hand, I was able to thread it on to the camera. So this is looking at Lake Merritt. There's Lake Merritt here, and we have a lot of cloud cover, but there's some blue out there. There's definitely blue, but right now you can't see that blue. We're at f1.4, and we're at 1/4000th of a second on the time. So I'm gonna slip this over, and immediately, just by putting this on, the camera has now been able to adjust itself. We're now shooting at 1/2500th of a second, so it's able to slow down a little bit, and we're still at 1.4. ISO is on auto, but I mean, that is just ridiculous. Here, we'll just slide this over half. That's on half right there. That is really, really awesome. All right, we're gonna take a photo really fast. So look at the big HD monitor. We're at 1/4000th of a second, f1.4. ISO, you know what, let's just put the ISO on 100 so we know. All right, so there we go. ISO's at 100. Wide focus, looking at the lake, and there's the photo. We'll go back, and you can see the sky is pretty blown out right there. Let's go and put this filter on as well, one-handed. See how easy that gets on there. Same photo, we haven't moved at all. You see we have the same settings, but now look at that shutter. The shutter is now at 1/2500, where before it was 1/4000. So we're still at 1.4, and the ISO is still at 100. Wide focus. All right, guys. So there you have it. I have the filters on right now, and the sky obviously looks way better. And I'm actually kind of dark because there's a slight shade above me, so I'm actually not really well lit. But everything else around me is great. You also just saw some before and after photos. We'll put this up again. So here is the before photo with no filter, 1/4000th of a second, f1.4 ISO to 100. And here is the exact same photo, 100 on ISO, but now it's 1/2500th of a second, and you get to see there's just so much more texture. This is completely unprocessed. This is straight out of camera, and right away you can just tell how much better the photos look. So we're gonna go back downstairs and we're gonna wrap things up, and we'll do final reviews once we go back downstairs. It's really loud out here. All right, so we're back downstairs, and wow, that was really great. I think just seeing like me being able to kind of slide the filter over the lens, and right away you can just immediately see the shutter speed decreases like immensely. It almost gets cuts in half, and just the photo, the highlights, the shadows, the color in the sky, everything just starts to pop. And I mean, let's put those photos up one more time. So here is the photo, straight out of camera, no filter, nothing, looking right at the sky. Okay, here's the same photo with the filter on, excuse me, no color correction, nothing, straight out of camera. I mean, I know, pretty cool. So anyways, I mean, this is just my impression though. This is what I want to share with you as the audience on a option for filters. Now, obviously, I am all about PolarPro, and I think they're great filters, and should you check them out? Totally. You absolutely should. I think they're a great company. They are staffed with amazing people, and they really put their heart and soul into the product. So, anyways, closing thoughts, again, 2 thumbs up. PolarPro, thank you so much for sending these down. I'm gonna continue to test these, and in a couple months, I'm actually headed off to Utah. We'll be in Zion, and oh, you better believe I'm putting these things through the test. I'm so excited to test these out. But anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that like button if you really enjoyed this. Leave a comment, positive or negative. I don't care. Feedback is feedback, and it's always welcome. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.